Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Thursday, August the 15th, 2024. Let's take a look at it and see what we got for today. Alright, let's get some good ones here. Now, I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out. I give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas that were there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, so I'm getting home a little bit later than my usual, kind of in between the hour. I got a pretty busy day ahead of me, so I don't think I'm going to be able to complete the event Mothman Equinox, and there's no star to it, so we're going to go ahead and re-roll this bad boy. See what we get. Mod a piece of armor, even better. Okay, nice and easy, good stuff. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this one here first. Mod a piece of armor 5. So again, you can go around since the beginning of playing the game. You're going to pick up armor, and you're going to scrap armor. You're going to learn mods for armor as you kind of go along. Even if it's armor that you don't even use, you'll always have those mods. Like your character will always know them. However, what you can always do is you can always have a piece of armor that you know a paint for. Now, we can get paints for armor off of previous scoreboards. Like if you're a returning player, I've never bought a paint or a skin for armor. All the paints that I own have been rewarded to me for free off of previous scoreboards. Now, you can, off the current season pass system, we can buy paints for pieces of armor using tickets. And of course, we could buy paint for armor from the Atomic Shop. Now, a good way to take a look at that is just go to the Atomic Shop. Go down to skins. Just like the weapons section, we're going to go down here to armor. And as you can see, I have many different types of paints for all the different types of armor in the game. And of course, every single one of these I have got off of previous scoreboards in the past. So that's why I have so many. But of course, if you do go under the current season, of course, we do, that's power armor, but there is some armor that we can have paints for, but you have to buy tickets for. Just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to our armor workbench here. Now, again, if you don't know a paint or you have a skin, let's say you're brand spanking new to the game, you definitely, get some pieces of leather. You can craft them and then you can scrap them, and you can also learn mods that way. Okay. But let's go ahead, just kind of show you that. So let's say we're going to grab some light armor, and then we build some light armor, okay? It's a level 1, for example. And then when you back out, and then you go ahead and you go scrap, you can just scrap this piece, this leather arm. Now, I know a lot of mods, but that's all you have to do. And the same thing for weapons, you just scrap them, and you have a good chance to learn mods. Now, as you learn more mods for armor or weapons, you'll get less mods for them. So just an FYI. All right, let's go ahead and modify repair. Now, I do have the Secret Service armor on. We're going to take this left arm, for example. Just like any armor, we can go ahead and change the mods of them. But sometimes on certain armors, you might require certain perk cards, and you might require some resources that you may or may not have. And that's why I always recommend having a piece of armor either used day to day or having just one piece of armor in your stash box and that you know a paint for, all right? So let's go ahead. We're going to go to no paint. It's not going to cost us anything at all. See there, 1 for 5, just like that. Then we're just going to change the paint, and so it's going to cost us some oil here.
It's just about time to eat.
And then that's it. That's all you got to do. It's that easy. And as I mentioned, if it's a piece of armor that you don't have day to day, but let's say you know a paint for, a leather piece, right? You just get that leather piece, you just put it in your stash box, you just save it for these daily, weekly challenges, so for some easy score.
Work making a living out here.
And are you using oil? A lot of people have more oil on them than you think you do. Let's get something to drink here before we continue on. Okay, what's next here, Jim? Let's go ahead and collect ballistic ammo 20. So there's several different ways we can do this. If you have a ballistic weapon equipped on your person, when you kill enemies, you will collect ballistic ammo off their body, Also, when you have a ballistic weapon equipped, when you open up ammo boxes and ammo bags, it will also be counted.
Never seems to end.
And when you go ahead and you craft ammo at your Tinker's Workbench, it also counts. You guys have seen me do that many times. You go to your Tinker's Workbench, you go ammo, and this is your ballistic ammo section. Now, if you craft energy ammo by mistake, it's not going to count. It's got to be the ballistic ammo, because that's what it's asking for. And also, if you have an ammo storage box and you have ammo inside of it, you can also collect ballistic ammo from your ammo storage box, and it will also count towards that daily challenge. Now, some pretty good spots. Right up here, Vault 76 in that upper and lower parking lot, there are several areas there that have lots of ammo cases. And right next, right south of my camp, we have Forest Station Tango, and it is probably one of the best spots for ammo. Let's go ahead over here. There's all kinds of ammo bags here. There's all kinds of ammo crates around.
Keep fighting out there. The elders have so much.
No, in this tent here, there's at least 2 of them. At least 1 anyway. So there's 5, 5, 6. There we go. Like ballistic ammo done just like that. Pretty good spot, as you can see. This trailer here has 2 on the shelf in the back here. Right there.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant. Think you can put in a good word for me with Knight Chen?
And another one right here.
We need to understand
There is an ammo right up here, box I should say. Usually some ammo sitting around up here as well. And not just here, but if you go further down here, there's a little section down here as well.
Maybe I should join up.
And I think there's a box up here that is locked. Yeah, and sometimes when you and if there's an ammo box or an ammo bag that is locked and you have to unlock it, there's usually a little bit more ammo in there. Look at that, 39. And anytime you're looking for ammo, of course, there's a perk card that will help you out. I believe it is under luck. Let's keep going here, see what that looks like. Scrounger, so 40% chance. This is just for a 1-star. 40% chance when you find extra ammo in ammo containers, right? When you have a 3-star, it's an 80% chance. So that's those are perk cards that will definitely help you out if you're short on ammo. You're just kind of doing like you have an hour of spare time going around for these. This is just some good spots you could do, and if you have that perk card, it's just going to help you out even more. Okay, but for the daily, weekly challenge, if you want the quickest, fastest, quickest, easiest way, you can just craft it your Tinker's Workbench or just collect it right out of your ammo box. And even if you had Fallout First in the past, let's say you had like a free week of Fallout First, and you had that ammo storage box, and you have that in your camp, if you put ammo in that ammo storage box, and even if you collect it, you could take stuff out of it, but you can't put stuff in. And when you take out of it, of course, you'll get credit for there also. So that's also another option for the folks that maybe don't have Fallout First, but maybe had the trial before.
Okay. I've got what it takes.
Okay, now that we beat that to death, what's next, Jim? Craft bulk steel. Okay, of course, craft bulk steel. We're going to do that right at the old Tinker's Workbench. So let's pop back up here.
Scorched, the raiders, the ghouls.
Head back down to the old camp, just around the other side here. You guys see me do this all the time with the scrap and bulk method, but in this case here, we're just bulking it. That's all we're doing. Go ahead, we're going to go to our Tinker's Workbench. We're going to go craft. Get down to bulk. Go down here to the S section for bulk steel. 2 plastic and 30 steel scrap is what you need for bulk 1 steel. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Scrap bulk steel 1 for 1 done. Just like that, guys. Easy peasy. And of course, steel is very abundant in the wasteland. If you don't have steel, you can go around, pick some weapons up off some Scorch or some super mutants, scrap them all. You'll get some steel tin cans, tin can chimes. We've been through all that before. There we go. What's next here, Jim? Let's take a look here. Scrap trying to produce Asbestos 5. So Asbestos is a junk item that we cannot bulk and scrap. Let's take a look at that, the Tinker's Workbench. Let's go craft, just so I can show you. bulk. As you can see, there is no asbestos here, so we cannot bulk and scrap it here at our Tinker's Workbench. Now, of course, asbestos, there's chalk, there's fire extinguishers, and of course, there is our, what we did yesterday, the pack of cigarettes and the carton cigarettes. Now, I do have a couple videos showing you some great locations for that. You can most certainly check those out on my channel. Of course, one of the best spots is right down here at Sugar Grove. Again, you go all the way to the end. Now, there's a 50% chance you'll get an Assaultron, 50% chance you'll just get a Mr. Gutsy, so just an FYI back there. Of course, yesterday we were down here at Camp Liberty. That is also a great spot around that big bonfire area. You can find some pack of cigarettes and cartons right down here at Dark Hollow Manor. But in order to gain entry there, of course, you would have to have done the quest line for the Skyline Valley region, so just an FYI for that. I usually find in around Flatwoods not too bad here and there. In between the Green Country Lodge and the tavern, right, there's a couple of cigarette machines, and we've had fairly decent luck there before. Now, someone had mentioned yesterday that they go to Fort Atlas. Now, I was there a little earlier. They weren't really spawning in for me, unless I'm not really looking in the right location, but I was told Fort Atlas is a pretty decent spot as well. And right here in Big L's Tattoo Parlor in Morgantown, that's where we're going to hit here today. Someone else had mentioned that as well during yesterday's video in the comments. So we're going to head here and see what we can find for a pack of cigarettes. Let's take a look here. Of course, we're looking for asbestos. We can try looking for the through the high schools, looking for chalk, but I don't know really a whole lot of good locations for chalk to make a mention of it. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, so we got a pack of cigarettes right there. Let's take a look at that real quick. As you can see there, one pack of cigarettes, one asbestos. Look at that, we get 2 cartons right here. As you can see, oh, let's go down the junk. I don't know why that's not coming up. So cigarette cartons, as you can see, 2 asbestos per cigarette carton. So just what we have there on this counter alone. So we got 2, 4, and then 5. So we got 5 asbestos right there, just off of this. What? You be quiet there, Biv. You mind your business there, bud. Another pack of cigarettes right there. We got a single cigarette right there. Yeah, this is a pretty decent spot, and I'm glad that person had mentioned this, actually. Pretty decent spot, and there's a cigarette machine. Look at that pack of cigarettes in the cigarette machine. See that in the corner of my eye right there, that bad boy. Another pack of cigarettes. And of course, downstairs here is going to be the little bar that's down here. Memory serves me correctly. Oh yeah, look, we got the ashtrays. We got some cigarettes in the ashtray. Now, sometimes we can't pick those up. So the ones you can are the ones that are kind of sticking out, not the ones that are inside. We have another pack of cigarettes there. And almost every tray has at least one little cigarette you can pick up. So that's pretty awesome. So it's a pretty good spot. All right, let's head back to our camp and we'll scrap these, or we can go to any workbench, whatever you wish. Train station or what have you. Let's go ahead and scrap. Right, scrap these cigarette cartons. Pack of cigarettes, done just like that. Scrap done to produce asbestos 5 for 5, and there's all kinds over there. So that's actually a pretty good spot that I never thought of. And that's pretty awesome for that person to mention that. Alright, let's take a look here. What is next, Jim? Drinking Nuka-Cola Orange 2, so you will come across an older video of mine. Now, I did unlist it, but it might be floating around there. But if you do come across it, back in the day, just to the east of the Middle Mountain Pit Stop, it used to be called Middle Mountain Cabins, I would say maybe a little over a year ago. And there used to be an orange tent, and that used to be 100% spawned for Nuka-Cola Orange, but that is no longer there anymore. I would say just a little over a year now, so just an FYI if you do come across that video by mistake. Now, there is another 100% spawn is right here in Fraternity Row in Morgantown, so let's head back here. Now, of course, the house I'm talking about is the Etta Sai house, the one with the blue door on top of the hill. It's the one with the Nuka-Cola room in the basement. It's like a walking basement kind of deal. Let's just head up this way here. Let's lock and load. First, Jimmy old pal. Gonna blow by these ghouls here. It's a side house right here, them with the blue doors. Just go ahead and go inside. Now, of course, this is 100% spawn. But the only thing is that it is a very popular spot. So if you find yourself on a server with other people, on a public server, it may or may not be here. Oh, it's here for me because that's pretty good. So I am on a private server, so it's here for me. But it is a popular spot, so there's a good chance you could server hop this a couple times on a public server, and it may not spawn in for you. And that's just because somebody has already buy on that server and picked it up. All right, so there's a little cooldown involved with it spawning in again. So you may have to server hop a couple times, but at the end of the day, your best bet is to either buy it, or if you have a Nuka-Cola Collectron station. All right, so let's head back to my camp and we'll go over that. Now, of course, there's two types of Nuka-Cola Collectron stations. The one I have in this camp here is a Nuka-Cola Quantum. This is the one we got for free back in Season 11 when Nuka World on Tour first came out. And this guy doesn't have any orange on him, but one thing that this guy does collect, top of Nuka-Cola, he does collect Nuka-Cola Twist, he does collect Nuka-Cola Quantum, and he also collects, ultracite scrap and nuclear waste on top of the bottles and the regular Nuka-Cola products. So just an FYI. But if you definitely have this guy, definitely put at least him in one of your camps. It's worth their weight in gold. Now the other one is the one I usually have in most of my camps. Let's go to our build menu so I can show you that. It's right down here in the resource section. Probably past it, Jimmy. Right here. So this is the OG one. We got this one a long time ago. I can't remember what scoreboard we got it off of, but it was quite a while ago. So this is the OG one. And this guy only collects Nuka-Cola products and bottles. Okay, so I have him in every single one of my camps. So you guys have seen my videos before, and he'll collect Nuka-Cola Orange, no problem. Now, if he does go up for sale once in a while in the Atomic Shop, usually about 250 or 500 atoms, but it's very rare. Usually only once or twice a year I see that. Now, he's not in there right now, but you can buy him for gold bullion, 1250 gold bullion right down here in Foundation. As long as you have a cautious reputation with the settlers, just buy it from Samuel, right? But at the end of the day, if you can't find the Nuka-Cola Orange here at Fraternity Row, you don't have a Nuka-Cola Collectron station, you're better off just buying it. Now we have the Nuka World on Tour, which is a free fast show. We have the vending machines down there. And we have bubbles right up here at the White Spring Resort. So let's pop into there. Right inside. Now, of course, there are a couple entrances to the White Spring Resort. The icon that I show you on the screen, it only brings you to this door here. Okay, it doesn't bring you to any other door. All right. We're going to go up here. We're going to go through the tavern section. We're going to go through the medical bay. Into this wide open area where the responders are. Going to go right to the left of this little store, and here is Bubbles. As you can see, they'll sell Nuka-Cola Orange there for 31 caps. Let's go ahead and buy that bad boy. Stuff. And again, you can server hop this about 100 times and get 100 Nuka-Cola Oranges if you want, right after the other. Let's head down here to the Nuka World on Tour, which is another free fast travel. And this is what I highly recommend. It is going to cost you a couple caps, but it's free fast travel, so you'll save a little bit that way. And you're better off just getting your Nuka-Cola Orange this way instead of wasting too much time. Gonna head down this way here towards the vending machines. Now, the great thing about the vending machines and Bubbles is their inventories aren't tied together, which means Bubbles will have one and the vending machines will have one. Every single time. There we go. Alright, so now you have your two Nuka-Cola Orange. Let's go ahead and drink them. This way, Jimmy, old buddy. Go ahead and drink them. Now, of course, I'm a little bit of a hoarder, so don't get mad at me there. I just have an issue. Okay, done. That's what I recommend to you folks. What's next here, Jim? Destroy Robot 10. Many great spots we can find robots. It's not real specific what type of robot, so it could be any different types. Of course, we have Beckley right down here. We have Beckley Mine Exhibit as well. That's a pretty good spot for some robots. We have a bunch of Liberators right here in Charleston Train Yard. You'll be close to finding 10 there, I would say. Pretty close to finding 10. There might be 1 or 2 on the outside, so you can go after them as well. Another good spot is right up here in Clarksburg. In the upper section will be all kinds of robots there as well. Another fairly decent spot is right here at the Charleston Fire Department. Now these guys are passive, and you can go ahead and take care of them if you so wish. That's a pretty easy way. Of course, right down here in Watoga, all kinds of robots down here, especially if you completed Mirror for a day. All the robots will be passive. You just go around and kill them, and then none of the robots will come after you, so that's a pretty decent spot as well. Now, if you didn't complete Mirror for a day, I recommend you just be a little bit higher level when you're taking care, because they'll all be coming after you, right? Just an FYI. You have about 4 RoboBrain right down here, Hawksbill Weather Station. It's a pretty good spot. If you're going to the Sugar Grove way and you're going after those cigarette cartons right at the very end, all kinds of robots in there. And of course, we have good old Robco Research Center. Well, that gives you guys plenty of areas to go. So let's actually go over here. Oh, another thing I want to mention too is turrets. Turrets are also considered robots. Okay. Some turrets right up here at Bloody Frank's. Right over here at Berkeley Springs, so FY. So actually let's go to Bloody Frank's and just do that, just so I can show you there's a turret right on the top of the shelf there. And we'll take care of him, and that way there you guys can see, because I always talk about it all the time, but let's actually kind of go through the paces and show you how that turret is considered a robot. There's our turret right there. See how that counts, right? That's why I track things, just so you guys can see that happen. This guy here. Okay, there's our second guy there. Nice. Gonna be 2 more down here. Instead of doing the same thing all the time, just kind of give you guys as many options as possible. And a lot of people might not realize that turrets count. As you can see, we're still in caution here. So should be 1 guy right in here. Could be 1 right up on the next floor here. We can just get him right from here. There we go, just like that. Go this way here. There's going to be 3 more in that main building. And another thing too, if you ever see those vertibirds, you know, the 3 big vertibirds and the little cargo drop bird there flying around, if you drop one of them, that's also considered a robot as well. We've proven that before many times. Funny, we're still in caution. It's awesome. Oh, where did he go? Now we're hidden. So I just want to show you that how turrets count, okay? Nice. That's a pretty good spot for turrets right there. Let's pop right down. See, we're over here by Sugar Grove. Might as well just go down the road here, close to where we are. Huh? You're going for a swim, I guess. Alright, so this is Sugar Grove here. There'll be a bunch of robots outside. We should be able to finish this off without having to go through the whole thing. Now this is where you'll find all those pack of cigarette cartons right at the very end. That I mentioned about the Assaultron that may or may not be there. Oh yeah, all kinds of them there. You. Nine. Where's the other dude? Oh, he's up there. Oh, there's another turret. See if we can get him. Nice, there we go. Mostly turrets, that one, so that's pretty awesome. I've always been wanting to do that, and I keep forgetting. My robots, probably, as far as robots go, the easiest ones is probably right down here in Flatwoods, the Vault-Tec Agricultural Research Center. And at the same time, if you spawn in fertile soil, that event, there'll be all the robots will be coming after you, and they'll be easier to use VATS on. Okay, so that's pretty good as well. So that it's, as far as robots go, they'll probably be your best bet if you're a lower level player. It's probably one of the first events you do as a new player. And then the second one I would say is right down here, Charleston Train Yard, those Liberators that are down here. Okay, let's head back to our camp here. We're gonna get some big guns. And get some big guns this time. All right. All right, big guns, Jim. What are we talking about here, buds? Let's see what we got here. Nope, it's not guns, Jim. Yeah, that's what I want. And some of these. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and put that on my person here. Lock and load. All right, so the last one is, of course, we're going to go over, kill some Overgrown 5. So, of course, Overgrown can be found in Atlantic City, which is an expedition. And all you do is just hit the X button here. Let's go to Atlantic City. Let's see here. Overgrown. We can find Overgrown most places here, but I like to go here to the boardwalk section. It's probably one of my favorite spots for the Overgrown because the way it's kind of laid out. Let's pop over here to the boardwalk. We'll just start a new expedition. That's fine. I don't plan on doing this expedition. We're just here for those Overgrown. We only need 5 of them.
Welcome back, my brave
So cruise there.
Is that the smell of victory on the horizon? Or just an oasis on breeze, much too sweet to be real?
Alright, good stuff. Now I'm not even going to interact with those cats. Just going to lock and load here. We're going to head right down through here for these Overgrown. Now with the Overgrown, there's usually a couple pollinators around. Now the pollinators are the ones with the big heads that are kind of floating around. I highly recommend you take care of them first, because what they do is they heal everything around them in a certain radius, okay? So take care of the pollinators first, then go after the Overgrown, because if you just try to go after the Overgrown, okay, you'll just be wasting your bullets, okay, wasting your time. So there's one guy right there. Take care of him. Is he dead? Right, and he actually counts as an Overgrown as well. And that's why we brought the big guns with us. If I had that other build, we'd be sitting there all day. See if we can get that other pollinator. There we go. As you can see, there's all kinds of pollinators here today, but I'm glad that the pollinators count as an Overgrown as well, so that definitely does help. That's usually a little bit more than usually. Usually there's a little bit more of the these guys here. So again, take care of the Overgrown first, those pollinators, and then that way there you'll be able to, you know, finish off the other guys, because if you don't, you'll just be wasting bullets, because they'll just keep healing them. Okay, and you see that this is the reason why I come here to this spot, because you have this little bottleneck here, and you can just use this to your advantage, especially if you're a low level. They could just keep coming out here. You can just sit here, and as they pass, just kind of shoot at them. This is my recommendation. You can do whatever you want, of course, but that's why I like that little spot there. Yeah, I think we're done. Let's take a look here. We are done, just like that, guys. Again, sorry I didn't have to do the Mothman Equinox event, but you guys know what that's about by now. There you guys go. You guys think of this outfit anyway? Pretty awesome. I like how the little guy there's eyes glow. Pretty awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, Not Me, But Me, Yes Me, That's Me, G Double, 3K. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.